What's up, guys? This is Doug with Basement Level Magic. We are back for another Battle for Zendikar pack per win Swiss draft. We opened a pretty good pack. Courier Griffin's a good card. Dampening Pulse I like. Part the Water Veil. Probably something I want to make work tonight. So the best card in the pack is either Touch of the Void or Retreat to Emeria. Retreat is good only in an ally deck. And Touch of the Void is good in any deck. But I feel like I want to pick the Retreat and see what we can't build around white. The ally strategy is probably my favorite of the archetypes. I like the green-red landfall a lot. I know it's not a popular deck, but it's been good to me, so I'm pretty fond of that. And I could have gone that direction, or tried to go that direction if I picked up the Touch of the Void, but let's just see where Allies takes us. Could take a Complete Disregard, could take a Colostria Healer. Complete Disregard is an excellent card. Colostria Healer is in a different color from my first pick, as is Complete Disregard. The Cliffside Lookout is probably the safe pick. Ruination Guide is probably not the safe pick, but is an excellent card. So this is a pretty tough pack because I know what I want to draft and I don't want to force it if it's not really here. But I want to draft the white-black life gain deck if I can. Cloud Manta is also good in the white-blue flyers. Gosh, it's a tough pick for me. If you're not having fun, you're not playing Magic right. I'm going to take the Colostria Healer even though it's wrong. And hopefully we get rewarded for it. We'll take Unified Front. It's possible we end up in green, white, black and play Allies. Could take the Demon's Grasp as a pseudo removal card. But we'll go ahead and take the Unified Front. It's got the most synergy so far with the Colostria Healer. If I pick up one or two more of them, we could have quite the makings of black-white allies. This is another tough pick. See, I want to take the Warcaller really badly, and I want to make a 3-color allies deck. Royal's Retribution is by far the safest pick, but again, I'm trying to have fun with this one. Maybe I've been stressed too much about my results in Battle for Zendikar, and I haven't been enjoying it enough. I'm going to take the Warcaller. We'll just see where we end up. Maybe we're not even in black. Maybe we're just a white-green allies deck. And while green, is universally regarded as the worst color, Tajuru Warcaller, I think, is a top 10 card. Yeah, so we can take the Beastmaster. It has good synergy with the Warcaller. But I think the Woodland Wanderer, especially if we're considering a 3-color deck, is probably a stronger pick. I mean, it's a rare. It is not an ally, but Beastmasters seem to go around late. Could take the Fortified Rampart, but I think I'm just going to take the strongest card. We have a card for the life gain deck, the Stonehaven Medic. Could take the Marasa Ranger, not an ally. The Coral Home Guide is an ally. Currently 3 creatures, 2 other spells. Inspired Charge this early seems a little bit preemptive. So I'll go ahead and take the Stonehaven Medic. Maybe we get rewarded, maybe not. We may just not be in black. We'll see. We'll see what we end up in. White green could be a good shell too. This Woodland Wanderer has been excellent against me. Vigilance and Trample, and it can sometimes come down as a 6/6. It's pretty good. Probably in my deck it'll be a 5/5. 4/4 or 5/5. But I still think it's well worth playing. Especially if we pick up the mana elf. It allows us to cast any or use any color. Here, Shadow Glider is probably the best pickup. Transgress would be the second best. Storm Surge, something to consider, I guess. I'm not going to be playing any Devoid, so we won't be gaining first strike off of it, but +2/+0 is pretty good in an aggressive shell. But we'll go ahead and pick up the Shadow Glider, I think. Oran Reef Hydra, okay. Well, green is so open that no one will take a rare in it. Now it's a landfall creature. Comes down as a 5/5. And then whenever you play a land, you get to put counters on it. 1 if it's a regular land, and 2 if it's a forest. Seems excellent to me. Lithomancer's Focus is a good card, and I would love to have one. I think here we just take the ally, if that is indeed what we're doing. I don't think Vampiric Rites right now has a place in the deck, but it's interesting with the so say we just splash black for like a class 3 healer and we play the Vampiric Rites as well. It's possible that we just sacrifice plant tokens, so we'll take it. I don't know that we'll play it, but we'll take it. Rot Shambler is a pretty good card, although not necessarily in the shell we're currently in. Same with Natural Aggression. There's that Beastmaster back. I'm not interested in playing the Marasa Ranger unless I absolutely have to, or I am for sure in 3 colors. But right now we're looking at white-black. Probably don't even want to play the Medic, honestly. I'm sorry, white-green. Still quite good. And it is even possible we play the Unnatural Aggression. Alright, so we could take an Andu Rising or a Bane of Balagad. Could take the Evolving Wilds and try and splash the black. But there's not really a reward card here for us except for maybe the Narcana Assassin, which isn't all that great. I would love to take the Royal Spout, but I don't think I want to go green, white, blue. Although a green, white, blue Flyers deck with the Tajiru Beastmaster and the Warcaller could be pretty good. And I don't want to pick first pick Tajiru Beastmaster. I have a good feeling that we'll see that again anyway. I'm tempted to just take the Andu Rising, but I think it may wheel. And I hate to see the Bane of Elagid go, but I think what we want to do is take the Evolving Wilds. That way we have a good chance to play some Converge cards. Which, it looks like this is kind of a bummer. So we'll take the Beastcaller Savant, and we're totally happy to have it. It's an awesome card. It's perfect for Converge. Hopefully we'll wheel the Grove Tender Druids, and there's a good chance we do. A second Evolving Wilds as well, but I think we need the Beastcaller. I would consider passing it if it were not an ally, but since it is. So are we splashing black is kind of the question, as we currently have really no removal in white. So I could take a Bone Splinters, hoping to wheel the Grove Tender Druids. And then we probably do splash black, just because we'll have plant tokens. If we're playing 2 Grove Tender Druids, there's a good chance we'll have plant tokens most games. And we'll have something easy to sacrifice. Our second choice would probably be, I guess, an Infuse with the Elements, but I think that has a good chance to wheel as well. And I really want to get some removal in the deck. And we could play that in Natural Aggressions if we have to. We do have some pretty big bodies. So I go Cloud Manta, Felidar Cub, Sandstone Bridge. Nothing too great. The Felidar Cub is playable in our deck. We could splash red instead of black and pick up the Fire Mantle Mage, as it's a pretty darn good ally. And we do already have some fixing. And it makes the Woodland Wanderer better. I'm not that interested in the Felidar Cub, which is the only reason I'm really considering this, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see the Beastmaster again. But this is a speculative pick, and I'm not sure we'll actually play it. I know people are going to hate on me for not picking the Nettle Drone. I think we need removal. I think we're between the Stalwart and the Outnumber here. Maybe the Royal's Retribution. And I like the Cliffside Lookout, but I think we're pumping the team already so much. We'll probably have good uses for our mana, like playing another ally. Outnumber's just so cheap and efficient, but I don't necessarily know that I want to play red. Suppose we take the safe pick here, hoping to wield a Stalwart. I only have 8 creatures currently. Inspired Charge seems a little, I don't know, a little risky. We could play a Sylvan Scrying or a Natural Connection, and between the two, I like the Natural Connection better, as I can play it on my opponent's end step and actually ramp. Again, not sure I'm going to play it. So Ally Encampment's kind of the perfect card if we do want to go into red. So I think probably we can play red or black, but probably not both. Invoker's a good pickup, and I'm happy to have that. I don't really want the Ondu Greathorn. The Fortified Rampart is actually quite good, but I think we're more of an aggressive shell so far. Do I want a second Beastmaster versus a Arcana Assassin or a Sure Strike? Seek the Wilds also has some synergy with allies in that it allows us to go find an ally if we need something to pump our team with our Warcaller or our Beastmaster. The top end of this deck is looking pretty full at this point. And of course, there's another. We did get the Grove Tender Druids back. Yeah, we'll play that for sure. We'll take the Infuse with the Elements. Could possibly play as a removal spell. We've got one Unnatural Aggression. I don't know that I play more than one. I can pick up a third Beastmaster, but again, that's probably not going to see the deck. So, last pack. How do we make this thing come together? I guess we pull the Fire Mantle Mage for now. Kind of wait and see what we get. I got a new mouse today. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a quiver. So, second Gruesome Slaughter we've seen. So what here makes us want to choose a direction? So Stonefury is quite good, but it's not a splash. It's like a full-on you better be in red card with a double cost. Sure Strike and Valka Invoker are a little easier to splash. Shadow Glider is probably the safest pick. Pilgrim's Eye helps us fix if we do want to go into a third color. I think probably if we pick the Shadow Glider up now, we probably aren't going to be in a third color. Although we may throw a couple other colored mana in just to use with our Converge. And we'll have the Evolving Wilds and the Ally Encampment. So I'd rather just stay open, I think, since we're at 11 creatures. Alright, so we get rewarded by Staying in white, I guess. We'll take the planar outburst. Other possible pickups here. Again, a close side lookout. Skyrider Elf is actually interesting. But again, we'd be using either the Beast Color Savant or the Ally Encampment to play blue. Maybe one or two islands, but that would probably be it. I think Planar Outburst is just too strong not to take. I mean, it's the same cost as a Royal's Retribution, except it kills everything. Here I think we want the Core Blade Whirl. We're looking for any more white removal at this point, and then any more allies to upgrade. Wouldn't mind having a second Tujiru Warcaller. I don't think we play 3 Beastmasters. I think that's a little more than we can handle. So we're really looking to pick up 4 more playables. It's kind of a lot. Second Calastria Healer. Other options really aren't that good, so I'd consider picking it up here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. I don't know that we play it, but maybe we do. Nightwatch is a good card, and it is also another reason to play black, especially with some healers. So it looks like maybe we are 3 color. That third color just isn't red. See what it looks like. Put the Nightwatch, Bone Splinters. I mean, I guess that's a deck. With 2 Grove Tender Druids, I'm tempted to play the Vampiric Rites as well. Probably over the Natural Connection, which is nice because it's fixing, but maybe we don't need it. This deck has a ton of power in it. I'm just not sure if it's going to be able to get out and do what it needs to do. So our 1 and 2 drops are all 3 colors, which is a little awkward. I'd rather, if we were going to splash, have like a 4 or 5 drop splash, maybe a 3 drop splash, and not like 3 colors within the first 3 turns that we could need. But I guess with the Pilgrim's Eye, Natural Connection, Beast Color Savant, we're really looking pretty good. So here, I would love to take the Transgress, but I think we could upgrade some of our creatures maybe. Nightwatch is good. I don't know that we want to go deeper into black than we already have, so maybe we take the Courier Griffin. And if things come together well enough, maybe we really aren't going to play a 3rd color. We'll just use some of our fixing to play some cards of other colors for like Converge. Do we want Unified Front? What does the second Unified Front look like? Looks pretty good, actually. Gnarla's just a good creature. I'm not going to play the Marasa Ranger I already have. I already have an Oran Reef Invoker, but I guess it's still most likely to be played. Again, Baloth seems the most likely to make the deck. Green also, always open. Take the Eyeless Watcher. I'm a little surprised the Eyeless Watcher's still here. That's one of the better reasons to play green. We'll take the Unnatural Aggression in case we just find ourselves up against something where we just can't find a way to remove. Geez, Unnatural Aggression for days. I was going to say in case we just found something where we couldn't remove a creature. Blister Pod. So let's look through this a couple times and see what we think. Because there's a couple of things here that could potentially be swapped. So let's say we don't play the Snapping Gnarlid. Let's say we don't play the Oran Reef Invoker, but we do play 2 Colastry Healers. I could see not playing the Infuse with the Elements and playing Bone Splinters. I mean, we do have fixing, so it's not like a terrible stretch of the imagination to say that we put in some black cards. If we are going to play the black cards, I kind of want the Medic in, though. That's awkward. And I want the Night Watch in. And the Vampiric Rites. Let's see. The Vampiric Rites is also interesting. And that plant tokens would be the perfect sack outlet for drawing cards. But some of our fixing doesn't really work for non-creature spells, so Pilgrim's Eye would work. Beast Color Savant would not. Natural Connection would find us a black, so that would be okay. Lifespring Druid could make us a black mana, but we can't guarantee a creature will remain on the board, so what would we take out if we were going to play the Night Watch? We're already removal light. And that we have, say we play the black, we have really 3 removal spells. Although, some of them are quite good. Definitely want to play 18 lands with Retreat to Myria in the deck. But we definitely want to play like 4 colors at least with the Woodland Wanderer and the 2 Unified Fronts. And then we've got like things like Rot Shambler, like that don't quite have the synergy, but boy, if we're sacking Grove Tender Druid plant tokens at the rate of 2 per turn to draw cards, Rot Shambler sure does get big. So 2 Colastry Healers, 2 Unified Fronts, and a Retreat to Myria is just like a ton of damage. I said we run it like this. And then my potential sideboard cards would be the Rot Shambler, Snapping Gnarlid, Oran Reef Invoker, Colastry Night Watch, Vampiric Rites, Stonehaven Medic. And then if we need to, we can put in an Unnatural Aggression. We also have another Baloth and Beastmaster. Is Night Watch just too good to not play? That's the thing. It's not that hard to cast it. And then how many allies do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, really? That's a lot. Yeah, it's worth playing. I wonder if I just cut the Courier Griffin. As the Courier Griffin and the Night Watch kind of have similar roles. Or I could cut the Shadow Glider. What if I cut the Shadow Glider and play the Courier Griffin? Kind of like that. Alright, so we want the Evolving Wilds in, we want the Ally Encampment in. Go ahead and sort by color and combine the groups. So we're like almost even green-white with a splash of black. Let's see what it suggests. 6, 7 with 3 swamps. We have 2 different ways to go get whatever we're missing. Not to mention 2 creatures that create mana of any color. So I think that's good. We'll go ahead and submit that, guys. I'll be back with round 1 shortly. Thanks for watching. This has been Doug with Basement Level Magic.